Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. So, last time I logged out in Dustwallow Marsh and I completed sort of after I turned the camera off, or the recording off, I completed the quest Deadmire, some kind of hunter-like quest that I picked up in Thunderbluff where I killed some croc, no problem there. I transported myself here to the upper part of Terran Mill, you could say. The town, well, it's actually Hillspread Foothills, and Terran Mills is down here. So this is Alterac Mountains, and I actually have two quests up here. I'm just gonna buff myself up a bit. At least one of them is really nasty, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna fully buff up here with mana stuff. So one of the quests is part of in an elite quest. One of the parts I did in Dustwallow Marsh in one of the videos lately, where I got the hand of Dagon, some guy that I summoned after getting some kelp from some murlocs in Dustwallow Marsh. Another part is this, the Star of Silgi, I think, is yeah, it's an elite mob inside this area. Um, and that's sort of the easy part here. The other, even though it's a lower quest, is going to be a little bit more nasty, but supposedly I read from one guy on the internet that you can pull this guy solo. I'm going to check it out. If it's hopeless, I'm not going to do it because it would be suicide. The problem with that quest is not this one, but this one, the Crown of Will, is which is sort of this last, or the second last part of a long, long chain. But the problem with that quest is you are sort of locked up in a castle or a keep, and the keep is the one right over there, with some really chunky hit points, fairly hard hitting mobs. By the way, this guy is the one I need. Just gonna mark him. I don't think I'll make it now because I sort of he patrols. Yeah, let's one quest at a time. I'm gonna start with this guy. Uh, he patrols back and forth inside this keep. Then he comes out eventually, and I'm gonna sort of ambush him when he comes out. So in order to be able to do that, to get him as a solo pull, I have to kill some of the other guys here first. And I think that's what I'm gonna start with. Let's see where to begin. Um, yeah, I don't think I need to kill that guy. This might be a good spot actually. Yeah, I'm gonna start out with this guy. Nice fat critters here. And it doesn't matter that much if I was to get that other guy, because I probably have to take him as well. This guy that just patrolled there. So I'm gonna do this guy as well, I think. Actually, I would like to get this guy. Might be a little tricky. That's gonna be fine. But like I said, all this is to sort of minimize the number of mobs that I have to engage at the same time. By the way, someone was kind enough to give me a power word fortitude. We're gonna nuke this guy while taking a beating here. Doesn't hit that hard really. Really nice. Just wanna check out if I can have elixir and fortitude and stamina buff at the same time. And it's actually possible, not too bad. Cool. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do this guy as well, and then I'm gonna wait until the guys come out of the gate. I leave this boy, this dude up. I don't think I need him, so I'm probably gonna stand where this guy is, and then when the guys come marching here, I'm gonna make my ambush. I guess he'll be out in, I don't know, a minute or two, something. Hopefully before the respawns reappear. But after I'm sort of nuking these guys, sure they are 37 instead of 39. I'm a bit more confident, you could say, in how I suspect the other quest will go. That doesn't seem all that frightening at the moment. It's more like the reason why they're sort of frightening is because there can be many of them at the same time, and I'll have big trouble getting out. But now we're talking the next quest. I think I'm gonna do this guy just for a little test here. I'm not gonna use root because I actually want him to hit me. I want to see how hard they actually hit. So 53. I think I could handle a maximum of 2 at the same time. It wouldn't be pleasant at all, but that would be definitely maximum. Just gonna see how hard he hit when I'm in bear form. No change really. Okay, so I guess my moonship form is almost as good as bear form. Alright. I'm just waiting for the dude to come out. And the dude is the star of something. No, sorry, not true. It's Grillborg the Miser, he's called. And I even corrected myself in my native language, meaning Nai means no. Yeah, so still waiting for this ambush, and then the other guy that I wanna go for is pick this flower over here. No, not Bruce. We screw that. But the guy I'm waiting for is yeah. After him, I'm pretty sure he won't ambush me sort of inside the keep as well. So that's another good reason to do him in. But the other guy from the Crown of Will here, he's at the top level. And yeah, well, it's probably easier to show you when I get inside what my plan is in order to get him solo. Kinda cute, by the way, there's a doghouse, never noticed this here. Yeah, and the previous parts of this, the Crown of Will, was done up here as well. First I had to kill, I think, some of these guys, and then some of the mages maybe after, and then there was 3 certain NPCs in this area. One of them is right in here, by the way, he hit fairly hard, this guy, Tark. So this guy's not a rare, he's actually part of that part of this quest chain. Oh. It looks like someone went in. Oh, no. I guess just got sort of phased here, but I sort of lost sight of this guy. But yeah, an ambush is an ambush, and it's definitely the best way to get this guy, I think. To wait until he comes out. Yeah, and only time will show if I kill these mobs too early, then it's gonna suck, but yeah. I guess I can have a little fun with this guy in the meanwhile, maybe. Because that'll give me another chance to sort of pull the mob up here instead. So still no. Ah, he's coming now. All right, there he is. So he also, I don't know exactly how he's patrol inside, but I guess he's sort of taking probably a full round in there, and then he comes back. But I do know that he's patrolling back and forth here. And I guess the the art here is pulling him without getting any of the other mobs. Doesn't seem to be any. But oh, guess he makes a little stand here. That'll be fine, I guess. Oh, looks like he wants to melee. It's okay by me. Just gonna move over here. The reason why I walk over here is that this is where I most recently killed a mob. So if the respawns start to come now, it's not too smart making his AoE here. His damage. Died. Okay. There we go. But the reason why I pulled up here is because if the respawns would sort of reappear, then yeah, this was sort of the most safest place because that's where I would have respawns, the sort of the latest, you could say. Anyway, back to the main dish, you could say, of this quest here. Inside the keep, that's always where it gets a little interesting. What I could do is trust this guy on the internet that says that you can do this quest solo. It's a room with 3 mobs, and as you can see here, it's a little bit dangerous because I actually have to get really close to these mobs. I don't even know if I'm gonna touch that torch. Fortunately, these guys doesn't seem too bright, so far I haven't been sort of noticed at all, even though my stealth is pretty crappy compared to a rogue, I think. But I would be pretty much in trouble here already if I got caught, because now I would have problems getting out. I would probably have to stand and fight if this guy sort of noticed me now. So I'm just gonna show you exactly where. This is the guy that I need. I'm just gonna mark him. He's level 43, so he's somewhat higher than the level 39 that I was killing. I'm supposedly supposed to stand up here in the corner, and then just kill him, and that's it. If that doesn't work, and that's the thing, then I'd like to have an escape route somehow. So what I'm gonna do here is that my escape route is gonna be up here. Just gonna show you, and as soon as I do this, I'm pretty much on a timer. So I have to kill like 2 mobs in order to have a chance to get out. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up here on the roof. That's my plan anyway. And I'm simply gonna jump down here and I'm home free. So I'm gonna kill the mobs that's sort of standing here. If the if things go bad, and I'm just gonna have to tank these guys. It's a good way to test how much I can sort of endure as well. So maybe I should take an armor elixir as well. I mean, the guy I'm fighting, he's supposed to be level 43 after all, so he probably hits somewhat harder than this. And I definitely don't want these 2 bodies at the same time. There we go. So there was 1 more mob down here, maybe even 2, I don't recall, but definitely 1. There we go. Just gonna pull this guy in here. So I'm sure that's not some kind of patrol. I'll get on top. And this is pretty much how the other fight is gonna be, except this mob is 4 levels higher. So I'm definitely, I think, I'm gonna go all in here with the stamina, I think, even food buff. Mana 2. Yeah. Alright, so now it's sort of moment of truth. I'm gonna Sneak my way in, stand in the corner, pull the mob, and hopefully I'll get him solo. If I get the others, because as you can see, some of them here are calling for help. But if he pulls the others, and then I'm gonna get the F out of there. At least now I have a fighting chance or an escaping chance, you could say. So I'm gonna avoid these two guys. I'm gonna avoid standing in the fire as well. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. Keeping up the fire, of course, when it runs out. Okay, pretty nasty. So I guess I could go just Earth out of here, but like I said, no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna show you the sort of escape route again. So if you killed him, even though if you're a non-stealther, you would have to deal with these two guys at the same time, but that's the only difference. But if you were a non-stealther, I would of course have killed the mobs that I did already, and then these two on top, and then sort of engage in the main dish, you could say, because you can't sneak by these two guys. You might be able to with uh, invisibility, stealth pots, something like that. Um, but up the stairs here, and then on the roof. I'm just gonna go in my normal shape so you can see how much damage I will take from here. Let's see, 2400. And now I'm going from the tallest place. I'll take 700 damage. If I had been in cat form, I would have taken 0 damage. But from here, you'd be home free, even if you sort of aggroed the whole palace. You just run out here, as you can see. And now you are in a way sort of lower area. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I want to show you. I can go ahead in this quest, and it'll lead to another. I'll show you the final step in that chain. If I can find my way out here. There we go. And by the way, the quest started initially in Undercity, where I picked it up in sort of Sylvana's room in Undercity, where I had to go talk to this NPC. You didn't have to do that quest, but I'm such a completionist, so I did that as well. But otherwise, it starts by this NPC. I'm gonna hand in this. A nice chunk of experience, lots of reputation, and pretty decent necklaces as well for a melee. So that's the quest I'm gonna hand in after I've buffed Frost here. So as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.